So if you haven't heard already, Google fired almost their entire Python team. And it's big news when a software company start to actually fire developers. Now you're sitting back saying, if people can, or programmers, experienced programmers can get fired by Google, what am I doing? Can AI take my job? Right, am I wasting my time? All of those are valid points, guys, and valid concerns. And there's going to be ways that you're going to protect you against layoffs, at the very minimum, put you in the best position to win. Let me get into these points. I got 3 things I'm going to cover for you today. Let me explain. So guys, with all 3 of these points, I'm just going to be quite honest with you. There is no way that you can be 100% saved by layoffs and AI. Things happen, market shifts. You just got to position yourself for success. So if things happen, you already have a plan in motion and put yourself in a position to win, guys. So number 1 point, nobody's safe. I don't care if it's Google, Apple, Facebook, whatever. You're not safe. Big corporations, their job is to make money. And as long as their interest is aligned with your career, things are great. But that's not the case all the time. Your interest and their interest may conflict. And you're going to get laid off. Even if you did everything right, guys. You got to understand that. Most people, when you guys think of layoffs, you think that somebody did something wrong, or, they're doing underperforming jobs or something like that. But in this case of Google just letting go their entire Python team, hey, they basically saying, hey, I don't need you guys no more. Gone. These Python developers may have felt like they've done their best work. All the projects was good, on time, business is great, but at the end of the day, it's just cut them. And that's the reality of a situation, guys, when you're dealing with corporate America or corporate business in general. It's just market shifts. You're going to have down times and you're going to have up times. And again, you got to be aware of this. Nobody's safe. But at the end of the day, there are things you can do to position yourself to win. And yes, you can be still a successful developer even after you get laid out. So before we get started with the other points, guys, do me a favor. Comment what you have been experiencing so far since you've been laid off. Have you been laid off before? Tell me a little bit more about your experience. We covered this in more detail in our step number 4 of our 7-step guide. But at the end of the day, I want to know your experience specifically. So comment below so that we can have a conversation. Number 2, guys, have a backup plan. Like I was stating before, guys, no matter what the company, Google, Apple, Facebook, FANG companies, general business, government, you don't control when you get laid off. So the best thing to do if you are laid off, you have a plan of attack to be able to get a quick job as quickly as possible. That's going to be your best defense against layoffs, guys. If you have a plan, a backup plan, been talking to a specific company, kind of know their background, already have a resume together, the minute you get laid off, your plan goes into action. The good thing about layoffs, guys, is and I kind of hate to say it, but you start to hear rumors of them. So you should probably have your plan in action before then. But I'm talking to the people who's going to wait last minute to do things. The minute you start hearing something, or the minute you start feeling uncomfortable, that's when you need to start to have that backup plan and make sure you at least know what the local market looks like, what the landscape look like, who needs what type of SAP system or ERP systems that they use, and be able to provide value to those companies and get those jobs as quickly as possible. That's the only real protection you have against layoff, your ability to get another job as quickly as possible and to be in a market that's in demand, which all software development is in demand. It's just a matter of how well you showcase your skills to get that sense of urgency. Somebody can hire you just like that, and they don't want to miss out on the opportunity with you, so they're going to hire you quickly. And that's the best way to put yourself in a position to actually get a job after the fact, guys. I can't stress that enough. And again, a lot of people may think I'm loyal to this company, and you can have that mindset to a certain extent, but just like anything else, guys, with loyalty, things change, conditions change. Again, like I was telling you before, as long as your career in that company direction isn't in line, everything's great. But the minute it shifts, you're going to be laid off. So you have to make sure that loyalty you have is conditional at the end of the day. I don't have a better way to say this, but that is the case, guys. But at the end of the day, what I need you guys to do, we covered this in our 7-step guide, guys, and I really need you guys to go ahead and sign up for that so that you can get direction to know how to handle these layoffs. It can be a very emotional situation. You need that direction. You need those steps to be able to execute beforehand, to be more proactive so that you can actually get that, avoid being laid off. And in addition to that, if you already got a 7-step guide, go enroll in my 30-day developer course, guys. It's going to help you guys put yourself in a position to win and also get you that direction, that 30-day quick turnaround so you can get that job just like that, guys. So go ahead and check the description box for all those goodies, and we'll go. Last but not least, guys, always be networking, always be networking, always be networking. I can't stress this enough. And a lot of you guys traditionally thinking, hey, networking is I'm going to networking events and getting out business cards and some of that. That's a part of it. And it's not just that, guys. Networking is basically just having contacts within the industry so that if you just actually had to have a favor and inquire about a job, you're not starting from square one. You got a relationship, at least a contact over there, so that if they start hearing grumblings about layoff, if they got a available spot for you, you are front in line to actually get that position, guys. It's so valuable to have those networking connections because it's going to allow you to not only be able to help you get a job during a layoff, but be able to identify other industry knowledge, industry needs, so that you can tailor your resume, be able to speak to some of the problems that they have, and just have that inside knowledge that general public people don't have. It's going to give you an advantage, and if you leverage it accordingly, it can help in a lot of different situations, on a project basis, on a job search, during a layoff, when you're trying to find freelance business, so much more. So there's always a reason to always be networking, always be looking, always just know the lay of the land, what's shifting, what people needing, all of those different industry requirements, system requirements, and all that good stuff, guys. I can't stress this enough. I know you sitting at your job right now saying it's secure, I know where I'm gonna be laid off, and that's fine for right now. But what you don't understand is companies get acquired all the time, and you can be just fine. Your company sell off to a bigger company, or you do a merger. There's going to be a lot of duplicate roles there. And if you're not networking, or if your interest is not aligned with that new company, guess what's going to happen? You're going to be caught on your butt, flat-footed, no plan, and then looking up 2 years after you get laid off and can't find a job because when you're in that emotional state, you don't think clearly and you are not at your best. During that time, you need as much structure as possible to make sure you stay on track. And that 7-step guide is going to do that for you guys. And also that 30-day developer course is going to make sure you have that plan of attack, you stay focused, and you're not in this alone, guys. So if you haven't already, go ahead. Links in the description box for all the goodies, 7-step guide, 30-day developer course, so that you can get enrolled in that. And also, if you haven't already, like, subscribe to the content. We're going to start getting that content up, start to get it out to more people. So I need you guys to like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And I'll put a link to the 7-step guide here on the screen. And I'll see you guys in the next video.